That is to say, the presiding officer at the polling station, the returning officer at the constituency level, and the chair at the National Tallying Center. Nowhere in that decision do you hear reference to members of the commission. It refers to specific officers whose duty it is to verify and declare the results. And why is this critical? At paragraph 288, this court explains why this is important. And it says, the simultaneous electronic transmission, and my learned friend will talk about the electronic transmission. Paragraph 288, the verification process at all these levels is elaborately provided for in the Election Act and regulations. I will jump up to the part which starts by saying, but this electronic transmission also acts an insurance against potential electoral fraud by eliminating human intervention, intermeddling in the results tallying chain. Now you are being told that the commissioners need to be involved in the process of verifying and declaration of the result. This introduces exactly what the court said. We do not want human intervention or intermeddling in the chain of result declaration. And this ensures that there is no variance between the declared results and the transmitted ones. Now, the chair, again, plays a critical role in this whole process. In paragraph 365 of the same judgment, this court said that the chair has the duty of receiving the Form 34A as received from the constituency returning officers by signing the taking over section of Form 34B. It is his duty to do so. And then, my lords and my ladies, I deal with the issue that was raised that said that the chairperson styled himself to be the returning officer in respect of the presidential elections, and the suggestion that was made is that this title does not exist. First, my lords and my ladies, this is, it's wrong. That's not the correct position. The chairperson undertakes the role of declaring results, which is a role that you'll find under the under the Elections Act, is a role reserved for a returning officer. But just to lay this whole issue to rest, my lords and my ladies, in the case of Raila Odinga versus the Law Society of Kenya, this is the first Raila Odinga 1, 2017, at paragraph 8, this is what this court said. It says, the second respondent, who is the chairperson, Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, that's the second respondent. The second respondent, comma, the chairperson of the IBC, who is the returning officer for the presidential election. Even this court recognized that is the role he plays. So it is not himself who styled himself. Even this court recognized that role and says it's constitutionally mandated under Article 3810 of the Constitution of Kenya to declare the result of the presidential election and deliver a written notification of the result to the Chief Justice and the incumbent president. So that the role of the chairperson in the declaration of the results is recognized both under the Constitution, Article 3810, but this court also specified that in playing that role, essentially what he's doing, he's playing the role of a returning officer. But this was even emphasized further in the clarification decision that was rendered by this court in 2017, and at paragraph 61 of the majority, the decision by the majority, the court said that at paragraph 61, it says that the, it talks of, it's a long sentence, but my lords and my ladies, I just want to read what is critical. It says the constituency returning officer aggregates Form 34A from the polling station into Form 34B before generating Form 34B. Doesn't the returning officer verify the figures in Form 34A? Is it not a fact that the second respondent, as the national returning officer, so that even in the clarification, when we came back to court and sought clarification, this court confirmed that in fact this gentleman is the returning officer, national returning officer, for purposes of the presidential election. And so the issue of him styling himself, my lords, does not arise. And it just shows you the levels to which the chairman has been unfairly vilified in a situation where the law is quite clear in the conduct of, on how he should conduct his affairs. The other thing that was also clarified a lot, my lords, and I'm just referring to this because there's no need for me to argue this if the authorities already say so, is that the chairperson